Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing this easy summer glowy everyday skin look because summer's coming up, and even though it is pouring outside of my house right now for some odd reason, yesterday it was quite sunny. So first I'm going to be taking the MERCIER Radiance Primer, which you guys saw, and that has a shimmer in it, so that's really nice to have kind of under your skin. And then next I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I am using a super tiny amount just because my face is so pale compared to my body, and this will just kind of even my complexion. And I'm just using my fingers to blend it in because I feel like that gives you quite a natural look, and you really don't need brushes day to day, and this is an everyday look. And next I'm going to just be using a small bit of concealer, and I'm going to be rubbing that in with my fingers. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm in the shade Custard. And don't be a dummy like me and not blend your foundation into your forehead. I just do not know what I was thinking. Well, yeah, just make sure you blend it in. I'm pretty sure I fixed it by the end of the video. So I'm just about to cover a couple blemishes that I have on my skin, but I want to give you guys a tip that do have acne. With my experience with working with clients who do have acne on their face, what I find to be the best technique is not to just use a full coverage foundation and cover the person's face. Yes, that will work, but it won't look the best. That will make the whole face look quite cakey. What I like to do is either use a light coverage foundation or a medium coverage foundation like I do in all my videos, and then really just spot treatment for each pimple or acne that you have on your skin. Yes, it will take longer, but in the long run it looks so much better, it looks so much more natural. And then you kind of just put some concealer on, let it dry a little bit, and then you could put more on if it doesn't cover it right away. So next I'm going to be using the Benefit HOOLA Quickie Contour Stick. And I haven't shown this in a video yet. I've had it for quite a while, and this is actually my first time trying it. I loved it. I will just come out and say that right away. I'm using the CLARISONIC. This is their new CLARISONIC makeup brush. So if you guys have the CLARISONIC to wash your face, this is a separate brush that attaches to it, and it basically vibrates and blends out your makeup. And it's quite gimmicky. I mean, if you think about it, so many brushes like this are on the market, but I actually saw in Gina's video that she liked it to blend out her contour, so I just decided I'm gonna just use it to blend out my contour, not all my makeup. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just blending out my contour, and it actually did work really well. And I really like this contour stick. It's been sitting in there for a while, and I was gonna use a different bronzer like I always do, like my Chanel Teint de Soleil cream bronzer, but I just decided to show you guys something different, and I actually really liked it. So since I did use that brush to buff in my bronzer, and my face isn't set since these are all cream products, it will move around a bit. So I'm just reapplying just a tiny bit of the concealer back on those blemishes. And then after that, I'm going to be using the SMASHBOX LA Lights Blendable Cheek and Lip Color. And I'm rubbing it between my fingers first, and then this is the first time I'm trying this product as well. And I'm just dabbing that on my cheek. A lot more pigment actually came out with the small amount that I put on my fingers than I expected, which I actually really liked. And I don't do a lot of these looks where all of the products are cream products, so this is not necessarily new for me, but kind of cool for me to see what a different look it does give. And next, this is another Smashbox product. This is the Halo Highlighting Wand. I've used this a couple times, probably not in any of my videos, but I'm just going to be putting that on the high points of my face. And yeah, make sure everything glows. And also, none of these products in my video are sponsored. I just am trying new products or I like them, so yes. And this is what the whole glow thing looks afterwards. So anyways, next I'm going to be using the Benefit 3D Brow Tones. I'm in the shade 2. And I'm going to be first buffing that into my hairs at the front of my brow. And then I'm going to be brushing it through. This I don't feel like holds up your brows very well, but it does give it a little bit of color. And since this is an everyday look, I don't necessarily fill in my brows every day. So this is what I usually do to my brows if I am way too lazy and just don't have time. So I'll first put this in, and then I'm going to be using the Benefit Ready Set Brow, and this really holds up your brows really well. It's just a clear brow gel, so yes, it makes them nice and fluffy. So I don't really want to set all of my face because I want to keep it quite natural and glowy, and once you add powders, that's when it starts looking pretty unnatural unless you do have like a crap load of foundation or liquid products on. So I'm first using my finger to dab out any creases that I would have had under my eyes, and then I'm using a tiny bit of the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm pushing it under just to make sure nothing creases. I'm also putting the tiniest bit on my nose just because I tend to get a little oily there, on my eyelids because we have creases up there, and kind of anywhere else that I feel like shouldn't really be shiny. So I did end up using a brush afterwards that I'll show you guys, and I literally took the tiniest amount of the Laura Mercier translucent powder and kind of just dabbed it on my face, but really like almost nothing. I'm going to go back in with that Smashbox highlighting stick, and I'm just putting the tiniest bit on my eyelids. I kind of just want a wash of color. I'm not really wearing any eyeshadow at all. This is just something really quick and easy. And then afterwards, I used this NARS eyeshadow, and I'm going to be putting that on top. And once again, this eyeshadow can be really pigmented, but I'm just doing a wash of color. And with that same eyeshadow, I'm going to be putting a little bit more pressure to make it a little more pigmented and putting it at high points of my face. So I put a tiny bit on my nose and the inner corners of my eyes to really make it pop. And I also decided to put a bit on the tops of my cheekbone. So this is a product that I haven't used in forever, but I love it. It is so creamy, but what I like about it the most is the color payoff. And just the color of it. It's a coppery color with specks of gold in it. And this is something you obviously don't need, but I decided to include because it was so pretty. And I'm just putting that on the tops of my eyes. And honestly, since I do have kind of blue-green eyes, it made them pop a little bit more. So next I'm going to be curling my eyelashes and then adding mascara. What I would do next time I do this look is I would do my mascara first and then the copper eyeliner, because it actually did take it off, and you guys always wonder why I don't do mascara after my eyeliner, and that's exactly why. And now I'm going to be doing my lips, and this is the Spice Lip Liner by MAC, and I'm overlining my lips a bit as always, and then I'm going to be using a Smashbox. It's kind of like a liquid paint, if that makes sense. So this is the lipstick kind of color. It's a liquid pigment, And I'm putting that on my lips, and this could be worn alone. It's like a glossy lipstick, and I think it's a really pretty color. So this is the GLAMGLOW PLUMPERAGEOUS Gloss Lip Plumper. What are these names? Okay, so this is like a lip plumper, and it's kind of like a beige kind of tone. I like it because it kind of tingles your lips. Some people might not like that. Some people may like it. Anyways, I'm putting that on top. I just wanted to put this on top to give a very glossy look. And then next, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and the look is done! Okay, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video.